systematic, automatic, Chrono-Matic, Intra Matic. Welcome to the newly designed Hamilton Intra Matic Automatic Chronograph. I thought I'd start this video with a bit of fun, as I think that's often forgotten in watchmaking, both from the industry and from the community. Nevertheless, forgive my very cheesy opening. Welcome back to the Monochrome channel. My name is Robin and I will be explaining all there is to know about the new Hamilton Intra Matic Automatic Chronograph range. Spiritually, the Intra Matic's origins are rooted in the Project 99 developed with Buren, Heuer, Breitling and movement specialist Dubois-Depraz. The result of that joint effort was presented in 1969 with one of the very first automatic chronograph movements called Chrono-Matic or caliber 11, depending on the brand using it. Over time, Hamilton has moved away from the Chrono-Matic movements, but the look of the current Intra Matic is still somewhat reminiscent of the early days of automatic chronographs. If you look at early Hamilton models under the original Chrono-Matic name, you can easily see the resemblance with this stealthy new trio. We're dealing with a bicompax dial layout, a date window in the bottom of the dial, and a set of classical pump-style pushers. Mechanically speaking, of course, this new Intra Matic has nothing to do with the Project 99's Chrono-Matic or caliber 11 movement, but we'll get to that in a bit. This new series of Intra Matic Auto Chronos comes in a 40mm wide by 14.45mm tall stainless steel case that's been given a stealthy black PVD coating. And people often say black is slimming, and it seems to work for watches too, especially if you combine a black exterior with a black interior. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The case is shaped in the style of some of the early Chrono-Matics, with angled and faceted lugs, a sloping bezel and straight vertical sides. And on the right side, the case is reserved for the crown and pushers, with a recessed date corrector to be found on the left side. On top there's a slightly curved sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, and around the back there's a solid screw-down steel cover for the movement, also in black. The water resistance is rated at 100 meters, which is more than enough for your day-to-day activities and then some. And I already hinted at the design of the dial, and by now you've also seen it. It's, well, black. The only hint of color comes from the tachymeter scale and central chronograph hand, which are finished in white, orange or yellow. The applied indices have luminous blocks to help nighttime visibility. And with the central hour and minute hands being finished with superluminova as well, you're fine in the dark. The recessed subdials have a snail pattern for an added touch of refinement, and the date window in the bottom is both beveled and outlined. Beating away underneath the solid case back, decorated with a pattern of Hamilton's H logo, is the brand's caliber H31. And to be honest, this is not related to the 1969 Chrono-Matic or caliber 11 engine, but based on the ETA value 7753. It benefits from a reworked gear train and a Nevacron balance spring and delivers a solid 60 hours of power reserve. And although it would have been nice to see the movement, but in such a stealthy watch it sort of makes sense to stick with the stealthy black on black theme. In my experience, the Intra Matic has always been one of Hamilton's best looking chronographs, and it relies on the style of the 1960s and the 1970s, which remain very popular. And while it doesn't capture the same mechanical importance, it's a reliable, legible and comfortable watch nonetheless. The result is a very compelling and race-inspired look, and one that wouldn't look out of place during a car show or a race weekend or on the wrist during a leisurely drive in the countryside. With the orange and yellow models, you get a matching backing for the perforated areas in the strap, a nice finishing touch I'd say, and the watches retail for €2,595 including VAT, which is very fair if you compare it to direct competitors. That is it for this one. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video and drop a comment down below what you think of this new stealthy Intra Matic by Hamilton. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with future content. Thanks for watching of course, and I will see you in the next one.